Imagine stepping into a world where uncertainty kind of shrinks, where, every big decision, predicting the next market shift, optimizing a whole global supply chain, is informed by this incredible foresight. That's not sci-fi anymore. It's the escalating power of data and advanced analytics. That's the engine driving it, really changing our world.
Absolutely.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into the global advanced analytics market. Our mission really is to unpack what these powerful tools actually are, understand the forces behind their, frankly, explosive growth, and see where the world's heading with them. We're looking at figures from 2021 right through to projections for 2033.
Okay.
Now, when we talk about advanced analytics, we're not just talking about sorting spreadsheets,
Yep.
right, or running basic reports.
No, not at all.
This is where it gets interesting. Predictive analytics, machine learning, AI-driven modeling, big data analytics. It's a whole suite of pretty sophisticated statistical techniques all working together.
Right.
Think of it like this. If basic analytics tells you what happened yesterday, advanced analytics uses these complex patterns to predict what might happen tomorrow, and maybe even suggest how to make better things happen.
So it's shifting from looking back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
From looking in the rearview mirror to having this powerful predictive compass guiding you forward.
And what's really striking, I think, is just how broadly it's being applied now.
Yeah.
I mean, we see these techniques popping up everywhere, revolutionizing personalized healthcare, real-time financial fraud detection, optimizing retail stock, streamlining manufacturing, even speeding up tech innovation itself.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It really is. It just highlights how data-driven intelligence isn't some niche thing anymore. It's becoming fundamental, a pillar for staying competitive in pretty much any sector.
And here's where it gets really compelling. This market isn't just, expanding steadily. It feels like it's got this almost gravitational pull. The source material points to some really powerful forces driving this. Things like the huge surge in digital transformation pretty much everywhere.
Right, that's key.
The growing adoption of cloud solutions, which makes these complex tools way more accessible.
Yeah, lowers the barrier to entry.
Exactly. And just this increasing, almost like an insatiable demand for data-driven strategies from leaders at all levels. They just can't afford not to use this stuff.
No, you get left behind otherwise.
So let's look at the big picture then, because the global numbers are, they're monumental. In 2021, the whole advanced analytics market generated nearly $38 billion.
Okay, $37.692 billion to be precise, but yeah, a solid start.
A solid number, yeah. But just 4 years later, by 2025, that figure, it's projected to jump to almost $96 billion.
Wow, more than double.
But wait, because by 2033, the global revenue for this market isn't just growing. It's projected to absolutely shatter expectations. We're talking $620.816 billion.
$620 billion. That's astounding. If we connect that to the bigger picture, we're not just seeing steady growth.
No.
We're looking at an almost 16.5-fold increase in just over a decade.
It's 15.5 times.
Yeah. And this isn't just, bigger IT budgets. This signals a fundamental global retooling of how businesses actually operate and strategize.
Right.
It's moving away from gut feel decisions towards models that can, say, predict customer churn really accurately, or optimize these massive supply chains to save billions, or even speed up finding new drugs.
Yeah.
That's the real transformation behind these huge figures.
So what does this all mean when we kind of zoom in on different parts of the world?
Yeah.
Let's start with some of the, let's say, traditional powerhouses, North America and Europe.
Okay, makes sense.
North America has pretty consistently led the way in this area. Its overall market revenue, it was already a strong $15 billion back in 2021.
$15.039 billion.
Right, and it's projected to explode to nearly $240 billion by 2033.
Almost $250 billion just for North America.
Just North America. And within that, the U.S., as you probably guess, leads the charge. It was already an $11.8 billion market in 2021.
$11.834 billion.
As it's forecast to hit an incredible $184.4 billion by 2033. That's a 15-fold increase just there.
15 times, yeah. Dominant.
But it's really a continent-wide thing. Canada, starting near $1.8 billion in 21,
$1.773 billion.
is on track for over $32 billion. And Mexico's market, which was $1.4 million,
$4.432 billion.
is projected to grow to over $22 billion by 2033. It's not just growth. It's like this really aggressive adoption curve across the whole continent.
Yeah, clearly a major focus.
Okay, shifting over to Europe. This huge shift isn't just happening in the Americas. Europe's advanced analytics market It was already commanding nearly $11 billion in 2021,
$10.893 billion.
and it's projected to expand dramatically,
Yeah.
over $172 billion by 2033.
So still massive growth there, too.
Absolutely. And it's not just one or two countries driving it. Germany, for instance, is a huge player, set to grow from $1.7 billion in 21
$1.687 billion.
to almost $25 billion by 2033. France isn't far behind, expected to jump from $1.2 billion
$3.237 billion.
to nearly $22 billion in that same time frame.
Yeah.
Even Russia shows substantial growth, slated for over $21 billion, and the UK is projected to hit almost $17.5 billion.
So several major economies pushing hard.
Right. But the story in Europe goes even further than these big economies. We see really significant contributions from countries like Italy. They're on track for nearly $13 billion by 2033. Spain's heading towards $12 billion.
Okay.
And even smaller, highly digitized economies like Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Luxembourg. They're all showing really strong adoption. Collectively, they're adding tens of billions to the European market.
Interesting.
It really highlights how pervasive this tech has become across really diverse economic landscapes there.
Yeah, and that brings up an interesting point, doesn't it? Well, North America clearly shows robust leadership, maybe driven by those tech giants.
Yeah.
Europe's growth is so consistent and widespread across many different economies, big and small. It speaks to the kind of universal value people are finding in advanced analytics. Doesn't matter the market size or if they were a traditional tech leader.
Good point.
It tells us businesses everywhere are getting it. This isn't just a small upgrade. It's necessary for resilience and for planning ahead.
Okay, now let's shift our focus. Let's look at regions showing truly explosive growth, painting an even more dynamic global picture beyond those traditional Western markets.
I like Asia Pacific.
Exactly. Asia Pacific is just surging ahead with astonishing speed. Its overall revenue for advanced analytics was, $7.161 billion in 2021?
Yeah, just over $7 billion.
Expanding to over $18 billion by 2025. And forecast to rocket to an incredible $130.185 billion by 2033.
Wow, $130 billion. That's catching up fast.
It really is. Leading the charge there is China. Their market soared from $2.2 billion in 21
$2.235 billion.
to a projected $38.261 billion by 2033. That's a 17-fold increase in just over a decade.
17 times. Huge scale.
But it's definitely not just China. Japan, which was a $1.6 billion market in 21,
$1.667 billion.
is expected to reach over $28 billion by 2033. And India, with its massive digital transformation push,
Right.
starting at $1.1 billion,
Like $0.118 billion.
is forecast to hit an impressive $22.691 billion.
Yeah.
South Korea, too, showing remarkable growth, on track to go past $8 billion by 2033.
So multiple giants in the region driving this.
Yes. And beyond those titans, we also see significant contributions from, let's call them, emerging markets within APAC, like Australia, Singapore, the combined economies of Southeast Asia, Taiwan, all showing these aggressive growth trajectories, collectively adding many, many tens of billions to the region's total. It's really a regional phenomenon driven by rapid digitalization.
Makes sense.
Okay, moving south now. South America is also showing considerable momentum. The advanced analytics market there recorded $2.488 billion in 2021.
Okay, smaller base but growing.
Right. Expanding to $6.531 billion in 2025 and expected to achieve an impressive $45.754 billion by 2033.
$45 billion, so significant growth there as well.
Definitely. Brazil, being the largest economy, is a major player. It contributed about $0.8 billion in 21
$0.818 billion.
and is projected to reach over $14.5 billion by 2033. But we should also acknowledge the growing contributions from Argentina, Colombia, Peru, Chile.
Right.
They're all recognizing this strategic need for data-driven strategies to fuel their economic development.
You know, what's really fascinating about just the sheer speed of growth in these regions, particularly Asia Pacific and South America,
Yeah.
is that it suggests maybe not just adoption, but potentially leapfrogging.
Leapfrogging, how so?
Well, skipping over older technologies and jumping directly into advanced analytics as like a core part of their developing digital economies.
Ah, I see.
Think about how mobile banking took off in regions that didn't have much traditional banking infrastructure.
Right, bypass the old system.
Exactly. Advanced analytics could be enabling a similar jump, letting businesses optimize supply chains or predict crop yields or personalize public services in ways that just skip the older, less efficient methods entirely. It's like they're building new economic structures with analytics baked in right from the start.
That's a really interesting perspective. Okay, completing our global tour then, let's explore the substantial growth emerging from the Middle East and Africa. Regions may be seen as emerging, but, well, rapidly becoming analytics powerhouses in their own right.
Okay.
The Middle East's climb is really notable. Its overall market revenue, it stood at nearly $1.4 billion in 2021.
$1.395 billion.
Projected to grow dramatically to over $19.4 billion by 2033.
Almost $20 billion. Significant jump.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is a leading contributor there, going from nearly $500 million in 21
$0.482 billion.
to a projected $6.5 billion by 2033. And other key players like Turkey, the UAE, Egypt, Qatar, they're all showing strong engagement, collectively adding billions to that regional market.
So a diverse group of economies all pushing in this direction.
Exactly. It's a diverse set, all converging on this transformative tech. And then there's Africa, demonstrating incredible potential. The advanced analytics market across the continent recorded $15.716 billion in 2021.
Okay, smallest starting point globally.
Right. Grew to just over $2 billion in 2025 and is projected to reach over $13.5 billion by 2033.
Over 13 billion, so still very strong percentage growth.
Absolutely. South Africa is leading the continent. Its market projected to hit $4.3 billion by 33. Nigeria also shows a strong growth trajectory, set to reach over $2.6 billion. It indicates this clear recognition of the immense value analytics brings, even to diverse, rapidly developing economies.
And if we tie this back to the bigger picture again, these regions, Middle East and Africa, despite often starting from smaller bases, are showing some of the most impressive growth percentages.
That's true.
It just powerfully underscores how universally applicable this stuff is and how necessary it's becoming for development, for competitive advantage. Doesn't matter the economic landscape. It's a really clear signal that this technology isn't a luxury anymore. It's fundamental, a tool for progress and resilience everywhere.
So wrapping this up then,
Yeah.
what does this all mean for you, listening in? Whether you're into tech or business or just trying to understand the forces shaping our future. I mean, the numbers kind of speak for themselves, don't they?
They really do.
But let's try and distill the core insights, the sheer volume of growth, right? From just under $38 billion globally in 21 to a projected over $620 billion by 2033.
Yeah.
That's not just a trend.
No, it's a fundamental retooling of how the world works.
Exactly.
What's fundamentally fascinating here is how advanced analytics is becoming truly indispensable across all sectors, enabling businesses to get these actionable insights, predict trends way more accurately, optimize decisions in real time. And this isn't just about being more efficient. It's about fundamentally reshaping business intelligence, strategic planning, globally. This isn't some localized thing happening in Silicon Valley. It's a worldwide shift towards more informed, proactive strategies. Every continent, every type of economy.
Yeah, whether it's for predicting these huge market shifts or understanding complex customer behavior with like incredible detail,
Right.
or optimizing these intricate supply chains to cut waste, or even developing brand new medical treatments. These tools are shaping pretty much every industry on the planet. They're letting organizations, see around corners and make decisions with a clarity that was just unimaginable a decade or two ago. It's fundamentally changing the whole competitive landscape.
Couldn't agree more.
So this deep dive, it's really shown the monumental growth, the global reach of advanced analytics, from the tech hubs in North America and Europe to the fast expanding markets in Asia Pacific, South America, and those emerging powerhouses in the Middle East and Africa. The message seems pretty clear. Data-driven decision-making isn't just a future. It really feels like it's the future unfolding right now.
It certainly feels that way. And maybe that raises an important question for you, the listener, to think about as you reflect on all this transformation.
Right.
Given the immense power that advanced analytics offers, to predict future trends, optimize decisions, how might this impact the role of, say, human intuition, human creativity in shaping our world? And how do we make sure we get a sort of harmonious and effective blend of both as this technology just keeps evolving?
That's a great thought to leave people with, a really important question. We hope this deep dive has given you a clearer, maybe more nuanced picture of this incredibly fast-moving market and what it means for all of us.
Hope so.
Keep asking questions, keep exploring these fascinating shifts, and keep challenging your assumptions. Until next time, stay curious.